are in the hands of the Bosnian Serbs. The UN won't risk anything because your 30 soldiers are even more valuable than the 30,000 Muslims. We still believed that they couldn't capture the entire enclave. UN and the world couldn't just let that happen.
Ajde šefe, napred, ajde napred.
I realized that something very bad was going to happen. I mean, that the place was going to fall the evening, the night before the fall, which was 10 July. And I somehow managed to walk through the streets, up the hill to the house where my family was living for 3.5 years. So we made a deal that I take my brother with me because I was kind of hope. I was somebody who could speak English, who could communicate with these foreigners who were so powerful. So my brother was safe with me.
He told us no stone will be on another stone in the southern part after tomorrow, after the airstrikes. So we all were convinced that there would be airstrikes in the southern part.
There was some kind of dead silence, evening of 10 July. Shelling stopped, you know, there was no shooting, which was very, very strange.
Well, at 6 o'clock the bombing should have been started, and we all saw that it was foggy and we knew it wouldn't start yet. So at 7 o'clock some of us went out again and looking, and it was clear again then at that time. So we start waiting.
We were all looking up at the sky. Thousands of people, you know, looking up at the sky, listening to the sound. There were no jets.
We should have known better, because the feeling that the whole world, the UN, Holland, everybody let us down, we had for months. I think from April, that nobody would care about us, and more important, wouldn't care about the refugees. That morning, when it was 8, 9, 10 o'clock, our belief faded away, and we all looked at each other and said, it's again, they dropped us.
This waiting was more terrible than the shooting. So at 10:30 approximately, first shells started to fall down again. There was a stream of people coming down the street, running, children, women, everybody, and the men were running to the woods. That was the moment when everybody separated, in fact. Not one single male believed that once he falls into the hands of the Serbs, he could be treated as a POW or whatever, you know. All boys and grown-up men thought that they have to escape from the Serbs. So that's why most of them decided to go up to the mountains.
It was 36, 37 degrees Celsius. It was very, very hot at that time. A lot of elder people who were trying to help each other towards Potocari, babies, sick people, trying to climb on the APC.
Two mortar shells fell directly, you know, among the people. I felt the blast on my face. It, you know, it lifted me a little bit from the ground. The Dutch were also panicking. They were running all around the place. I saw some people died immediately on the spot. They were torn apart.
Ja sam htjela da vodim sina u Potečore. Man čovjek kaže, đeš u ruke da im vodiš. Krenimo pri Košmije, pa što nam draga Allah da vodi. I eto. Evo i kaže, idu. Ja u tom trenutku ništa nisam više znala za sebe i došla sam Kosoće u kazane, mi sin leži tamo u kazanima što mi je poginuo. Tu sam se rastala sa svojim sinom Nerminom. Ma jesmo, pozdravili smo se. Šta ja znam, poželili smo jednom drugom da se sretnemo, ali eto, nikad se nismo sreli.
Izašli smo i nismo kuću zaključali. Uzeli smo ključ, a nismo je zaključali. Ja sam izašla u moju avliju, ja sam u avliji imala divno cvijeće. Veliko. I mogu da vam kažem da me sad bole avlije. Ne bole me kuće, ali me bole avlije. Boli me cvijeće. Ruže me bole, srce mi paraju.
I thought the airstrikes, in fact, began. I only heard two very loud explosions, and there were no more explosions, and the Serb shelling even intensified after these explosions.
So there was no airstrike, there was no help from outside the enclave, and that was what we were counting for. And it was very, very tragic at that time, of course. All the men separating from the women. The men went by foot, and all the women and children were coming with us to Potocari. It was very, very, very sad, of course.
I saw the refugees coming in to the compound, the first groups, and we bring them into the big hall where the cars are, and we save them there.
Then I saw my parents coming with some bags, carrying some bags, and they were smiling. They were happy. You know, they were happy to see me.